Live from Bryant-Denny Stadium, Alabama's home team. Live, local, late breaking. This is WVUA News at 5.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Edwards, in tonight for Lynn Brooks. 5 children are found dead in rural South Alabama, leading to a multi-state investigation. More now in tonight's top story. Disturbing new details were revealed this morning from Lexington County Acting Sheriff Lewis McCarty.
I don't understand why he did it, but yes, these children were in the car, deceased, in garbage bags for some period of time.
Lexington County authorities are charging the children's father, 32-year-old Timothy Ray Jones Jr., with 5 counts of murder in connection with their deaths. McCarty says the children, ages 1 through 8, were reported missing by their mother last Wednesday. On Saturday, Jones was stopped at a checkpoint in Smith County, Mississippi, where authorities found spice, bath salts, and drug paraphernalia in his vehicle, as well as cleaning agents, children's clothing, and blood. McCarty says Jones was arrested and later led investigators to the site in rural Alabama.
He was relatively calm. In fact, I would categorize it as being calm. I have no idea at this point what he said during that time, but he did lead them to these bodies.
McCarty says the children's bodies have been brought back to Lexington County to undergo autopsies, and they're hoping to extradite Jones back to South Carolina by early tomorrow. Now, coming up on the news at 6, we'll dig deeper into the life of Jones and his children. The community of Greensboro is gathering tonight in honor of 7-year-old DeCorin Johnson, who was gunned down Saturday. WVUA's Chelsea Barton is live in Greensboro and joins us now with more. Chelsea.
Jennifer, people are already turning out here to Lyons Park in Greensboro to remember 7-year-old DeCorin Johnson. Now, he's the little boy who was shot and killed last weekend during a dispute between 2 men who have been identified as JaPaul Williams and LaVaris Jackson. They're both being charged with capital murder and attempted murder. District Attorney Michael Jackson tells WVUA the argument began inside but then escalated outdoors, where shots began being fired. The Alabama Bureau of Investigation is assisting with the case. We've also spoke with DeCorin's football coach, who says he was a great kid who was always very active. Now, the vigil is set to begin here at Lyons Park around 5:30. We'll have continued coverage coming up on WVUA News at 6 and 10, where we'll hear from more of DeCorin's loved ones. Reporting live in Greensboro, Chelsea Barton, WVUA News.
Nearly 3 years ago to the day, Trey Johnson was murdered. The trial against his accused killer is underway. Ricky Crooks allegedly fired shots into a crowd at a gas station on September 11th, 2011. One of those bullets hit and killed 25-year-old Johnson outside his apartment at Sterling Crimson. Crooks faces capital murder charges in Johnson's death. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. Tomorrow is your chance to voice your concerns and opinions on police brutality. The Theta Delta chapter of Pi Beta Sigma is holding a police brutality forum on campus tomorrow night. Members of the fraternity say they want to bring awareness to the issue. It's something that's gotten a lot of national attention over the months. One member says it's important for people to know their rights and discuss them.
It's a way for them to get informed and take actions that are legal and also that can have a positive impact on the situation. They can, put ideas out about how they feel about certain things, because I know around the country they're starting to make police officers wear body cams, so, they can also chime in on that.
The forum will take place tomorrow night at 7 in the Ferguson Center on UA's campus. Now, time for a first check on your forecast. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. And Richard, it was a hot one out there today.
Yeah, Jennifer, very hot today. Temperatures certainly back in those low 90s, feeling more like a summer day, more like an August day. Not much rain on radar. A few tiny storms over far west Alabama. Those are far and few in between, or far in between rather. Not much on radar to cool us off. We got 91 in Tuscaloosa and Montgomery. Could use some rain to cool things down. Not much rain though this evening. In fact, later on, I think temperatures will slowly fall back in those upper 70s at 10 and mid to upper 70s at midnight. We'll look at your local weekend forecast. That's coming up, Jennifer.
Thanks, Richard. A contracting company will soon begin City Walk construction in the University Place and Forest Lake neighborhoods. WVUA's Emily Forrester has more.
It's a highly trafficked area.
If we can walk around in the neighborhood, people, even though they live in the neighborhood, would be parking the cars and it would just be a much more pleasant experience.
People wanted to be able to leave their home and be able to walk and bike safely within the city.
And now the Tuscaloosa City Walk will soon come to life. The Tuscaloosa City Council approved a $2.18 million contract with GFC Construction Incorporated to build the paths. A small portion of the path is already built at Central Church of Christ off Hargrove Road.
Many who live in the area support the idea of a Tuscaloosa City Walk. They say it's all about connectivity, being able to walk from Central Church of Christ all the way here right beside Forest Lake at the intersection of Lake Avenue and 15th Street.
Whether it's to walk or bike or just enjoy the scenery and the weather, we're going to have a really nice walking trail that's safe.
We'll be seeing our police officers out on bikes and walking, and other city employees beginning to use that portion of the city walk once it's complete.
The pathways will also have lighting features and security cameras monitored by police. Edgeworth says the paths will give kids a safe way to walk to University Place Elementary and middle schools.
This gave us an opportunity to create our city walk to be able to connect those neighborhoods to the school.
The next time you're in the neighborhood, keep an eye out for progress in construction.
You'll begin to see signs coming up within the pathway of the project telling you that we're beginning, and then it'll have footprints on those signs to show you how we are progressing through the project.
That was Emily Forrester reporting. City officials say once the path is finished, walkers and bikers will be able to access Wi-Fi on their smartphones throughout the City Walk. They expect construction to begin in 2015. The Demopolis Tigers football team is missing the presence of one of its players this week. Sophomore Jacob Browder is currently recovering at Children's Hospital in Birmingham after a tragic bull riding accident. WVUA spoke with Jacob's mom, Susan Browder, who says the plan is to keep him resting with medications in hopes that his lab results and pressures remain consistent. Demopolis head football coach Tom Causey says Jacob is a stand-up young man on and off the field.
He's a hard-working kid. He's very honest, well respected by his teammates and his peers. You know, a guy that you like having on the team. We tell our guys all the time that one of the greatest things can be said about you is being a great teammate, and that's what Jacob is.
Accounts have been set up at Tuscaloosa Teachers Credit Union and Robertson Bank for post-care funding. If such care isn't needed, the money given to the funds will be donated to a charity of Jacob's choice. A local program wants to help veterans in need by paying their bills. Family Endeavors usually helps find homes for veterans, but in a couple weeks they will be paying power, water, and other necessary bills for low-income veterans. Family Endeavors program manager Wendy Hicks says this Veteran Assistance Day will help the high volume of low-income veterans in this area. And still to come, your chance to meet local first responders at this year's Be Ready Day. We'll have the details.
And it is very hot this afternoon. Feels like 99 at Tuscaloosa, 100 in Fayette. Any cool down in sight. Your forecast is coming up.